Good morning. Happy Thursday. I was asked about a Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals decision in my Discord server this morning. It originated out of Hawaii. Hawaii has some very restrictive requirements on getting a license to carry. And the gentleman who wanted to get the license to carry felt that those were violations of his Second Amendment right. Because the Second Amendment, if you'll remember it, the operative language of it is the right to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed. And what does bear mean? Bear means to carry. If it's a load-bearing wall, that means that wall is holding up the ceiling. The wall is carrying the ceiling. You might be bearing a heavy burden, bearing a heavy load. It's something you're carrying. So it sounds, if you parsed it into today's kind of modern English, American English vernacular, the right to have and carry a firearm shall not be infringed. But, what do I know? I'm not a hoity-toity Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals justice. Well, anyway, they said that that doesn't apply. They went all the way back to English law, and the English were prohibiting the right to carry firearms. And, the English were doing lots of things. They were prohibiting lots of things. And they were doing lots of things that actually prompted us to put the Bill of Rights into place. Like they were quartering they're quartering soldiers in people's homes. And so we're like, you know what? That's a good thing for the Third Amendment. Let's put in the Third Amendment that you can't barracks your soldiers in people's homes. So, a lot of the Bill of Rights was a response to what the English were doing. Anyway, so the court found that there is no Second Amendment protection for carrying firearms outside of the home. What does that mean for California and for the Ninth Circuit generally? Because obviously this only affects the Ninth Circuit. It does not affect the country as a whole. What that means is that a state could restrict the right to carry firearms out in public. Heller said that you have a uninfringible right to carry firearms in your home. But this case says that you don't have a right to carry outside of the home. So that just means the state can regulate it. It doesn't mean that all of a sudden, if a state had open carry, like, for example, Arizona, that doesn't mean that all of a sudden that open carry has gone away. The Constitution sets the floor, and a state doesn't have to take all of your freedoms away down to that floor where you have a right to that freedom. But they can take it all the way down to the floor. They just can't take it past. And then also you have to remember that a state constitution may grant you extra rights. So I believe, I haven't looked at Arizona's constitution, but I believe that it is in Arizona's constitution that you have a right to carry. So what does the Ninth Circuit have to do with that? Absolutely nothing. I hope that makes it clear. It doesn't change California law. California could, at this point, change their law to further restrict the carrying of firearms outside of the home. Right now in California, there is no open carry. There are a lot of laws about transporting firearms outside of your home. But in California, the sheriffs can issue concealed carry permits. And depending on your sheriff and the politics of your sheriff, you are more or less likely to be able to qualify for one. So say, for example, the sheriff of a very liberal democratic city like San Francisco or Oakland is going to be, sheriff of the San Francisco County or Alameda County or Contra Costa County, where they have high rates of crime. Counterintuitively, a sheriff would be much less likely to grant you a concealed carry permit because people with concealed carry permits generally don't commit the crimes. It's the people who are carrying illegally who tend to commit the crimes, and the people want the concealed carry permits so that they can legally defend themselves against people who are illegally carrying and who are committing crimes. But if the further the further east you go in the state, when you get into the foothills, Placer County, Nevada County, El Dorado County, the more lax the sheriffs are, the more tolerant sheriffs are of giving concealed carry permits. So there's no change. There's no effective change in California law right now. I doubt there will be. And we'll see. I mean, let's hope this particular ruling goes up to the Supreme Court, because I think it's ripe for it. And we should learn what the right to bear arms actually means. Does it just mean in your home, or does it mean you actually have the right to bear arms on the street? Thanks for watching. Have a great day.